Look at that. Look at what happened in 1979, all right, when Iran and the Ayatollah, had his people rise up and they took over that country, and it became a theocracy, and it still is pretty much, but it's mellowing out a little bit since the Ayatollah Khomeini died. Uh, but there's a lot of things that they're trying to incite over here. They have, the Iranians have people coming across the border and inciting violence here just to stir the pot. A lot of the bombings and such that are being conducted aren't even Iraqis. They're from people from other countries coming in here and inciting the violence. You don't hear that very often. Okay? The borders in this country are a huge sieve. I mean, people come across and go as they want. There is no border control. Kind of like the United States. That's why we're having so many issues back home. All right? Well, that's the only reason why we're having so many issues back home. But that is a good reason. That's one of the many reasons that we're having issues back home. I just want everybody to know that when you have an infinitesimal percentage of people doing screwed up things, okay, unfortunately, because the mainstream media latches onto that, small percentage and runs with it for days and days and days and days and does nothing but report on that, there's very little time to report on the good things that are happening over here. And they are happening over here. Okay? Like I said, I deal with soldiers every day. I deal with airmen every day. On occasion, I get to deal with the Marine Corps. And on occasion, I deal with the Navy. So my background. I spent 6 years in the Marine Corps and 8 years in the Army. I'm a decorated veteran, Navy Combination Medal with a Combat V from the first Gulf War. I was a grunt. And I know from what I speak. I mean, I'm not just trying to spew out bullshit. I'm not going to justify the reasons why we're over here. But I'll tell you what, we're over here, in my opinion, to clean up our mess. All right? And this is one big long rant, and I'm keep throwing different things out of here. But we put Saddam Hussein in power. And the first Gulf War, we tried to get the people to rise up, and we told them if they did, we'd back them. All right, in 91. Well, guess what? They rose up, and we didn't back their play. And guess what? Saddam started fucking dumping gas on them and killing thousands and thousands of Kurds, okay, in the north, and he did the same thing in the south. So when the opportunity arose, I believe that's why we're here. We're here to clean up our mess. We put him into power. We needed to take him out of power. Because I don't give a shit what anybody says. This country is a lot better off with Hussein dead than in the office. All right. It took the United States 200 and some odd years to get. Was it 200 and 1776 minus 2007? Okay, 240 years this year. Okay, to get to where we're at now. All right. It took us 11 years to write our Constitution. Remember that. 11 years just to get our Constitution on paper. We forced the Iraqis to do it in just about a year. I mean, things ain't going to be perfect to start out with, and they definitely ain't. But they're going to get better. They've got to. There's enough people here that want things to get better. They can't not but move forward. Remember that. I mean, 240 years. 11 years to write our Constitution. They did it in a year. Give them a break. Let them work through their issues. Let them work through their problems. And don't hold everybody that accountable for what, a few people do. There's what? A couple 100,000 folks over here, 160,000, something like that. And you've got 7. All right, whatever that percentage works out to be, it's less than 1% that have done something wrong. And the only soldiers, Marines, sailors, or airmen that are going to lie or ones that have done something wrong. The rest of them are going to tell you truthfully what they've done. All right? They're not afraid. They're proud. They're going to tell you what they've done. But to hear somebody just carte blanche say that they're all liars, or they're all, killers, or they're all murderers, all right? What about the cowards that are setting car bombs in, bazaars and killing people that just are trying to go about their day-to-day life? What are they? All right, I've ranted enough. Just think before you spew more hate. I don't understand, never did, why there's enough religion in the world to incite violence, but there's not enough religion in the world to instill tolerance. Think about that for a bit. Everybody says they're doing it because of religion. Well, that's a bullshit excuse. All right, peace.